post-match analysis. Brand new series. I'm just going to watch the match, analyze it, learn from my weaknesses, see my strengths. If you don't know the outcome of this match, then you are in for a treat. Let's just put it that way. What this really is this is to help me understand my game better and think out loud, and you get a look inside the mind of a pro pickleball player. And you can use that however you like. Let's get into it. 0-0, let's go.
And that was out. Like I said before, pretty windy. So
Make him play, man, make him play.
Weather circumstances, but they can adjust.
I got a little lucky there with the net court, but that was a really good drop inside out. If you watch me play, you'll know that I like that shot. If you're going to play me, just forget that I said that.
1-0.
Oh.
Good leave by Johns.
You'll notice that that point all began with his return, with Ben's return. It was a really good return, and it put him in control of the entire point. I had a crazy get, which almost let me have it, but the return is key. Once again, that return landed a couple inches inside the line, and right after that, I was in control. Singles, like, you must know this if you play singles a little bit, but singles is, the return is the most important part. Right there, missed the return.
Assuming the wind is
Super important. That's why the serve is the second most important. You know, they're probably tied for the same, but two most important shots, serve and return.
net serve.
2-0.
Wow. You know, that was a long point, and I kind of just made him play. At the end of the day, like, he had a couple good shots, and I just kept getting them back.
So this should be an exciting weekend, and I hope you guys tune in.
Great serve, force him to hit a weak return. Pickleball, man, it's the best in the world right here, and that's all we do.
Good lead by Alshon.
It was a better drop, honestly, and that drop set me up. The lead was mid. As you can hear Liv Borski commentating right now. She helps with player relations, commentating, you know. She does a lot. Can't be missing that, Christian.
Takes a lot of consistency and
I do like that shot though, where I roll my forehand volley up the line.
Pops it up. It's hard to not just slam it down back at them, but
So it's pretty windy right now, and you'll see Ben complaining about.
timeout called by Ben Johns.
Called a timeout, complaining. So this was actually the moment where I noticed, or where I knew it was up 5-0. He's complaining, and I was like, I'm winning this match.
I really hope Jake.
You know, I've been up before, and I was like, oh, let's go, let's stay locked in. But this time I was like, I'm winning this match. I'm in his head.
Welcome back to the Ignatowich Atlanta Open presented by Vizzy. We have Christian up to serve, 5-0.
Not my best serve. He had a solid return, but I was able to get that third shot down. I'll go over what's important about that point as we go on. No, I'll do it now. I'll give you guys the tricks right away. So I'm going to talk over this point, but the most important shots when I'm serving and what's going on in your head or what's going on in my head 1 sec. Oh, that's good by him.
Good shot by Ben John.
That shot I need to work on. But the most important shots when you're serving and what's going on in my head as I'm playing is it's Christian. Christian, focus on your serve and your third shot. So my second shot. So the serve and the third shot. Guy hit the line on the serve.
Right on the
And what that makes you do is you're like, all right, all I'm going to really focus on is the serve and then just the next shot. I'm not worried about playing a long point. I'm just worried about hitting a good serve and hitting a good follow-up shot. And then if you hit those 2 shots well, you're going to win the point the majority of the time.
Misty conditions aren't ideal for anybody.
Yeah.
There you go, Christian taking advantage of that. As a good point.
I was able to move in after the first drive, which people don't always do. People will hit that first ball, it will be floating, and they just wait for it to bounce, and then you're same position you were just in. Yeah. That's good for me to see, because I think I'm like, it's so easy, and I'm trying to use too much wrist and finesse it. It's arm. There's not really a ton of wrist in pickleball on those type of shots.
Oh, and an Ernie by Christian.
That was good. That was good. That's one shot I'm working on right now. The volley or the forehand, then cross court with topspin. It's hard. It's hard in singles. Oh.
So close. ATP.
Oh, man. This match is just a highlight reel. What's the score? 9-1? That's crazy. This is the best player in the world. And Ben Johns. Spoke too soon.
And Christian gets the ball back.
It was a good jab,
Like I said before,
backhand jab.
the
It's a little
Misty
off
ground
balance, so the
conditions, not ideal. Not ideal sitting outside for sure. It's freezing.
Liv Borski's talking about how cold it is right now.
And that ball is out.
I'm sweating.
It's always a slow start for singles, for sure, for everybody, especially outside and a long way to between. But and it's raining.
We both just did that. We both returned cross or down the line
It'll stop soon.
and then missed the forehand cross court. Should tell you something. Oh. Good drop. I have that ball and I'm trying to just like slap it forward where I need to brush that. It's too low to do that.
Definitely not.
Nice. See, that's the one. That was such a bad shot. Oh my goodness. Bounce to my forehand, and I have it, and I get a little tight because I don't trust that shot. So if I trusted that shot, it's crazy. I remember missing those, and I still won out. So I think what I'm doing right now against Ben is I'm hitting good returns, I'm coming in, and I have good reach. So I'm making him feel like he needs to hit a better shot than he needs to. He's not really making me play, because when he does make me play, I'm making him play. Oh, once again, man.
Oh, good. We got the lights back on. Perfect. Maybe that's a little bit easier to see.
Ay, ay, ay.
Good shot by Ben Johns.
That's a shot where if you watch some of the players like Ben and Federico, they have this forehand where they can just kind of like scoop around it, whereas I'm like stuck with two hands, so which is a good shot to have, the two-handed shot.
Timeout called by
Good
Alshon.
timeout, just missed a return. He got 2 points. If somebody gets 2 points in a row,
Break will be right back.
I often
As the player
call a
comments,
timeout,
Ben
especially if I have a
Collins,
lead.
24 years old, pro since 2016.
We can skip
Every
this.
day is great. Like give Dave Fleming 4-9. John serving.
4-9, definitely possible to come back. And you miss a return. How do you miss a return after a timeout? It's because I sliced that return. I gotta swing at that. Two hands. Just like that, even though I barely made it. And it worked. If only I could coach myself while I played.
Definitely a shift in momentum here. Ben coming back a little bit.
So there was a shift in momentum, Liv just said, but the thing is I took a timeout to stop that momentum. Unfortunately, I missed a return right after, so it kind of kept going, but the timeout was a good choice.
Kind of slick on the courts.
Yeah, it's starting to like drizzle a little bit, you know, it's windy, the conditions aren't the best, which, you know, if everything's going right, you can play well. It's easy to play well when everything's going well. So it's when things aren't going well that you really gotta like dig deep and fight through it. All right. Wonder how long we wait here.
Christian Alshon back with the serve.
All right, we're back.
See how this
It's like
goes.
it was probably like a 4-minute break that we just had. I don't think it was long enough to really get like cold. Make him play.
Ben gets the serve back.
It's good that I can see that, because what I notice I'm doing is I'm taking my backhand back and like just doing an unnecessary big swing. I just need to abbreviate it.
On prime for center court, but you can join me.
Less room for error if I do that. That was good.
And Alshon back with the serve. See if he can close out game one.
Getting it down and getting in, rather than just keep ripping the ball. Yeah. Once again, I got a little lucky with the net court. Ooh.
Good shot by Ben.
See, that's the shot where I needed the forehand roll cross court, and I got a little tight, so I sliced it. And then he rolled it cross court, which when you roll it, it has topspin, so it flies away from you. Versus if you slice it, it doesn't go as far. It kind of stops. It hits the ground and bites a little bit. Just making him play. He rips it. I don't need to do anything special with that backhand. If I just get it in, make him hit another shot to me. And I'm pretty sure that's Ben's strategy when he plays. It's just make the other guy play.
Sam Flaxman in the PPA doing his PPA duties.
Wait. Oof. A little split
And Ben
step.
gets the serve back.
Side lunge would have been better.
He's putting up quite a fight in game one.
You can hear the music pretty loudly, and it's funny, this whole weekend, people were complaining, as understandably, were complaining about the volume of the background of the stadium music, and wow, it was loud. I was like, what the heck?
Good pass and shot by Christian.
That's why it's good to have a two-hander, because if it's not away from me, and it's right next to me, then I can easily go line or roll it cross court.
And Christian has the serve back.
Game point number 3 or so.
And that is it. Game one.
The amount of the amount of games that end on a missed return are absurd. Absurd. Back into it. Good return, changing it up by going cross court.
0-0.
Just a bit out by Christian.
It's not the worst idea. I think it's just, once again, I'm going for a really big shot when I know making him play is going to win.
On either side, going from it, blowing one way to the next direction.
Lacey
the other.
Schneemann
See how they adjust.
grabbing a ball from our court.
See if the game goes in the other favor for Ben. Just a bit out by Christian.
You're going to miss some returns. I don't know if I did anything specifically wrong there. Bad miss by Ben. There's a little lag, but he probably should have gone line there. Then again, if he makes that shot cross court, it's a perfectly fine shot. So he just missed it.
Jeez, it is windy out here, as you can tell by the windscreens in the back.
Big serve.
Oh, good shot by Ben.
I hit my drop and I just left it up a little bit. If I get that down, then he's going to pop it up more.
Especially in singles because there's so much court to cover.
Ooh, I let that go and it dropped in. I think the wind is coming. So yeah, the wind was a big factor in this match, and the wind is coming away from Ben towards me. So, on the other side, that ball would have gone out, and I just played the whole game on the other side, so I'm used to that going out. And then, bad return by me. I'm probably nervous after missing the last return. See, I sliced it. You can tell you can see the nerves.
Oh, little hands battle there.
That was a good point. And the shot he ended on, solid timeout by me. I didn't really do anything wrong that point, but the shot he ended it on was just a beautiful, beautiful half rush, more like a flick. You could really see the pace off of it.
And we are back.
Down 4-1, he's early lead by Ben.
Open presented by Vizzy. It is 4-1 Ben. Good shot by Christian. Y'all should definitely.
Overheads are a lot harder in pickleball than tennis. It's crazy. It doesn't even compare. Because it's so hard to hit an overhead hard, to get a lot of speed on an overhead because the ball's so light, and it's honestly that motion, you don't get as much like rotation or more like flick as you do on like a high forehand. So you can almost hit a high forehand harder than you can an overhead. It's more of a fluid movement than like an overhead. I had no idea whether that was in or out. Once again, I play such a good point. I hit that ball down, a high ball down. He hits it up. And I'm like, oh, this has to be going out because it's going up. If the ball's going hard at your shoulder, almost anywhere it's going out. But against the wind, carries over. Against the wind, that's dropping. So wind is a way bigger deal in pickleball than it is in tennis or a lot of other sports. As you can see, I'm kind of just giving him this game. Like, that's pickleball. I played well. And next, like, I have about 3 or 4 unforced errors. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at this. So I've been working on this shot the last couple weeks. Do you see that miss? I kind of just I kind of just try and like punch it with a flick or flick it versus brush it. I practice the brush.
For the next time.
I'm working on that shot a lot. Don't tell anyone. You'll see in this game, for the rest of this game, I do it. Look at it. I changed it.
Good shot by Christian.
So this match was about 2 weeks ago. Ever since then, I've been training and I've been thinking about the brush versus the flick.
Get the momentum back.
And that moment during Ben, I learned the shot. Not exactly, but like because I knew of it. Look at it. Again, same shot. Instead of flicking it, just brush it. It's crazy that in the middle of a match, I'm struggling and I'm like, wait, there's something going wrong. But whatever. In the middle of a match, I'm like, I remember thinking, because Ben had done that shot to me once or twice in this match and before. I'm like, why am I going for like a push flick when all it takes is that, and he does that, so it's better than my shot right now. So I basically learned a shot in the middle of a match.
Please ask questions. Feel free. Love the fan engagement.
Get in.
Oh, nice drop.
It wasn't there, and you know, it's one of those moments where you're so nervous and you're so off the court that you feel like you need a Hail Mary. Oh, I missed it. But there's that shot again. It's just, instead of using your wrist,
It was in. He attempted an ATP. I don't think I've ever done an ATP.
you just kind of,
be honest.
there's not really any flick. It's more of a fluid upward motion. Like,
Oh, good shot by Christian.
I need a software that I can just easily scroll in between points. Because like I miss and then, or he misses and then like 10 seconds.
Scores 5-8 now.
I could cut down this video time by like 10, 15 minutes. Maybe I'll look into that.
That rain dance. Shout out to you.
I can do that on iMovie, but it hurts the wrist. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, good shot by Christian. Now 6-8.
Once again, you'll see the same thing. It's I drop the ball and I just look to get in. I just look to move in. And I did it well there.
Oh, good ATP.
That was an interesting shot. I hit a slice from the baseline down the line, and it wasn't a bad choice because he thinks I'm probably gonna like drop it cross court. So if I like fake that and slice it line, didn't hurt me, that's for sure. I didn't do it there. I didn't do the shot there. So I reach out and I'm just like this, or I'm just like this versus
Ben Johns with the serve to end game number 2.
I'm not missing that right now,
Wanna
that's for
see,
sure.
Game number 3 for this one.
Yep, did it there. There's just something about pickleball that if you're relaxed, you're going to play better. And if you just take your time, you're going to play pickleball. Because when you feel like you need to rush it,
This is probably
it's
the most
worse
boring
because
commenting ever.
you
I'm so
can't
sorry.
rush the ball because you need to wait. You need to wait for the ball to be in like the right spot.
Ben gets the ball back.
And if you wait a
Goes back
second,
game 2.
your opponent is going to like know that they have less time. So they're going to like start cheating one way or moving one way if you take your time. A little lucky there, but hey,
Courts here, not trickling
what
over.
goes around comes around, that's for sure.
Christian gets the ball back.
6-10.
Score is
In my mind right now, I'm like, I'm winning this game. I'm like, I'm coming back. Wow. Oh, what a point.
Great defense by Christian there.
I wish this match was on center court so we could have some better camera angles, because like,
Who wants a game number 3? I do.
Yep. Honestly, when you drop the backhand, it's easier to drop it cross court than it is to drop it line. Because if you drop it cross, you can kind of come around it, and versus if you drop it line, it's more of like a punch, and it's hard to time a punch versus like a follow through. Yep. Good shot. You still need that flick. If it's high. If it's high, you need that backhand flick, but it's easier to hit the backhand hard on a flick if it's high, because you have a lot more room for like making it. Same thing. It's the same thing. I said it in the first game. So many games end on a missed serve, missed return. Just make them play, man. You're down 10-9, 10-8. It happens a lot more at like when somebody's not within a few points of 10, but still. Let's go back. All right, back into it.
Atlanta Open presented by Vizzy. I listened to your comments and I brought on Pablo Tellez. Pablo, say hi.
Hey everyone.
Pablo's here, my MLP partner,
So, tell me
MLP
about
teammate.
this game.
We'll see if Christian can make any adjustments. I'm sure just got here.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was out. I was about to say, Christian, why are you playing that? It's so important. It's hard in pickleball because we have to make our own calls, the players. And it comes down to that point where you don't want to cheat, of course, and you don't want to make bad calls. Wow, that went in. That was amazing. You don't want to make bad calls, but at the same time, you don't want to play out balls. And it's hard, it's hard to tell sometimes. So there's very often pickleball where players are playing out balls and calling in balls out, and both times they're not overruled.
That's another point for Christian. See if this side is actually the favorite side, because both people on Christian's side have won their matches.
It's actually easier in singles to play when you're with the wind. Oh wait, I'm against the wind. Interesting. I do believe it's easier to play when you're with the wind, because then you can... You know what, get back to me. I should know that. I want to say it's easier to play with the wind, because then you can, when you hit balls, they really fly hard. So it's easier to hit hard winners. But if you're dropping the ball, you want to be against the wind, because then it drops easier into the kitchen. Versus if you're against the wind, it drops easier into the kitchen. Versus if you're with the wind, it will like float up, and the other person can put it away. It's harder to time.
Yeah, that windscreen is...
Hey man, we both got to deal with that. The windscreen.
Good shot by Christian. Do you think he had to change his singles game much playing against Ben?
Not really. Christian just has a huge serve, big forehand, and can cover the court, so I don't think he needs to change anything. Just hit his spots.
Little does Pablo know, I had to change a decent amount to win this match.
Nice
Nothing
to get
crazy,
some pro
but
insider with me.
the style I had was like a tennis player style of pickleball in singles. And that'll get you a long way. But when you play a guy like Ben or J-Dub or any Federico, any top player, or Pablo, like you're gonna have to drop the ball and get into that kitchen and get into the net.
Great rally.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Jeez, Christian was like a wall. That was insane.
Wow. And it's hard because, you want to just keep dropping it and just keep getting it in. But at the same time, when you just keep getting balls back, it seems like it's never ending when you don't see an opportunity to move in. So I just felt like I needed a Hail Mary and just really go from defense to offense. And the shot I chose wasn't a bad shot. It was a forehand. I wasn't super off the court. If I make that cross court, he sets it up, and I can move in. Miss serve by Ben. Big point. Big point, Benny. The miss a serve.
started raining again. Hopefully
Wow,
that's
that's a
not
good
that
shot.
clutch. Oh, good shot by Christian.
That's what I was trying to do on the
Alright,
one
little
before.
timeout, change
Just a
ends, and we'll be
forehand cross court. It did start raining again, so maybe we're going to have to deal with that.
warming up.
Yeah, we got Tyler Leung, Leah Jansen warming up.
Seattle Open in the Takeda.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait. I believe this wait was another 5 minutes or so I could just edit this out. Oh, we're back.
Change would definitely change.
I remember telling Tyler if he could move courts, and he was like,
It stopped
he's like,
raining.
what? I was like, move. I was like, can you warm up on that court? Because I'm trying to see if the court's ready to play. Fun fact, Tyler Leung beat me 11-0, 11-1 in the first doubles match I ever played him.
Definitely change. I'm trying to see if there's any pros that I can come and commentate with. I see Dylan Frazier, but he doesn't seem to want to join me. Oh, good shot by Ben.
It was a really good shot. It was a really big point, and that's the one. Let me see how he hit that. Okay, so that's good to know, honestly.
By Ben.
So he's not coming around it like a forehand. He has like the slice grip, but he's kind of just the same as the backhand. I might have to steal that shot from him. That brings me to another great point. Ooh, good shot by him. Way to keep it low. I hit a good return. He just hit a good shot. Once again, he made me play. I didn't make him play.
He didn't want to stay.
What I was saying though is watching pickleball is such a great way to learn because you see another missed return or another missed serve. Watching pickleball is such a great way to learn and see the shots that you don't have and that you could use to help you. And then
Put it in the chat.
if
How
you
many
watch
pictures
somebody
is gonna take this game
else,
and
then
how
you
many
can
games
really
there
compare
is?
and contrast your shots and their shots and just improve, you know? It's like a video. Oh, I'm there. This was a funny point. He just stopped playing.
There's a
I was
debate on the double
there.
bounce.
There's a
There's little-
he's so upset.
Oh, the ref said there was
There's a
one bounce.
really close recording of this by the kitchen.
Oh,
And I think I got it on one. Some people think I got it on two. I think it's pretty split by what people think. Either way, he shouldn't have stopped the ball. He had a high ball, and I'm there on one bounce, if not. Yeah, so that's his fault. Great shot by him. Yeah. See, that's the difference where if it's low, you brush it. If it's high,
Ball didn't
you flick
affect
it.
him, now he's got the ball back. Score is
I say flick, and I mean like just going down on it too, not like.
hopefully this rain stays away. I feel it's starting to drizzle again, but
That's a shot that I've missed in big moments, and it's one of those shots where I'm cutting it so hard rather than just sticking it cross court. Doesn't need to be a great shot, you just need to make him play. Good get. That's the shot. That's another shot that I don't have. So while watching this, up 7-2, now it's 6-7.
score is
Now it's
6-7.
7-6. While watching this, I see multiple shots that I need to work on.
The acute relief cream.
And it's good to know what you need to work on when you go play pickleball, especially if you're pursuing it as a full-time career. That wasn't really a brush, but it was high enough
With a little absence
to
of
where I
Tracy,
could just kind of
Ignatowich will come and
push it,
commentate,
flick
but
it forward.
Christian got the ball back. The score is 7-6. This is the Acrotech Atlanta Open presented by Vizzy. And we are on Amazon Prime, so come check us out. And that was good. That ball was good.
Oh, he called it out. He called it out. I don't know if it was in or out. Let's go back.
Good. That ball was good.
Liv says it was good.
And we are on Amazon.
I just got to know at this point. 'Cause this is a shot I said I like to hit.
And that was good. That ball was
It was a little too close to tell. I mean, Liv had a better angle than I did, so.
Cotton Eye Joe playing.
There are 2 refs on the court, so I'll trust their opinions. Even if I make that, he's right there. He's ready for that shot because I've missed the forehand roll cross court so many times that he's ready for the backhand.
Good defense by Alshon. Ooh, he had a little bit of a stare there. Gotta love these players. You know, they're all great. They're all great people. You know, they have a very different on-court and off-court persona, but they're all great. You know. Oop. You should come out to the tournaments and meet them.
7-7. Yeah, you should come. If you're at a tournament and you see me, hey, feel free to say hi, grab a photo. If I'm in the middle of matches, I may be a little locked in, but I don't know, I'll still give you a smile, take a photo, sign something if you want. Might be worth $20 in a couple of years. That's funny.
Cotton Eye Joe standing strong in the background. It is 8-7 Christian.
Might even lose value with my signature.
It's a very close game.
All right. Oh, it's the same shot. It's the same shot that I missed down the line, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing why I'm missing it, and it's because instead of just taking a short backswing and just going like this, I take a big backswing. When you take a big backswing, you increase your time or your error. He just missed a serve. You can't be missing.
I'll call.
He's missing serves on critical points, Ben. You can't do that if you want to beat me. That's all I'm saying.
See if Christian
But going back to the forehand, if you take a short swing, your chances of hitting it where you want to, are increased.
now 9.
And that's a combo that I've done a lot, is inside out drop, come to the net, forehand put away. Or just forehand drop, get the high ball, put away the forehand. That was a big point. But see, 9-7, it's like I'm so nervous. Like, it's a big point. All I want to do is just make the serve, but I'm like, no, Christian, you need to go for your serve if you want to win. Right there, I just made the serve because he called a timeout and I was nervous.
Quick break.
Oh, what a get. That's the shot that he has that I don't.
Oh. Christian wins it.
Wow.
11-7 in the third game.
Wow.
Thanks for joining. Oh, there we go. There we go. Wow.
Oh. I said nobody was cheering and I was like, come on. I was like,
Thank you for joining me on this.
I was like, come on, guys. This is a big deal for me. I'm 1-6. I think I'm 1-5 in doubles, or I'm 1-5 in singles. I don't exactly know. I'm a little like calm right now just about this, but if you haven't, you should check out my vlog of the Atlanta tournament and you can see the emotion that I have when I do my post-match interview. I do my personal post-match interview after this match. It might just be, it was the happiest I have ever been after a pickleball match. And, you know, I've been working so hard and it was just, it was crazy to see it pay off. And wow. All right, guys. Thank you for making it to the end. I know listening to me talk for 42 minutes is hard, so kudos to making it to the end. You might have just muted me, and that's fine. But if you want to watch more post-match analysis videos, I have them on my page. I'm going to keep doing this. In the comments, just let me know if you enjoyed this, you know, what you would like to see better, anything. If you enjoy watching the whole 42 minutes, like, I'm happy you stayed. Other than that, you know, if you're enjoying, just like, subscribe. Thanks for following my journey, guys. Till next time.